Hi folks, this is your MWIS Winter Planner updated on Friday the 12th of January. We do have some significantly wintry weather ahead with some extremely cold conditions moving their way across the country. These are the temperatures in relation to average over a 5-day period through next week and several degrees below the seasonal averages across the British Isles. You can see the cold air is also extensive across Scandinavia. Warmer conditions to be found in southern Europe at this time. The freezing level situation as we start the weekend is quite complicated really, in that we've had inversion conditions in recent days and the air temperature on the tops has been above freezing point by a few degrees, but the ground surface itself is still essentially frozen at mid and upper elevations, and we've had frosts in the valleys and the glens too, so much terrain is at least partly frozen as we go into Saturday. The inversion is disappearing as the airflow is coming around from the north and high pressure is moving away, so temperatures are generally going to be falling with height again through in the days ahead. And through Saturday, you're finding a freezing level becoming focused around 800 metres or so. Some frost will form overnight into the glens through into Sunday. Sunday will leave much terrain frozen in the Highlands, a freezing level barely above 400 to 600 metres across most areas. It's around 600 metres for northern England, around 700 or 800 metres for Wales, but again some frost into the valleys here. A widespread frost will form Sunday night into Monday, and that sets the scene for the week ahead because the freezing level becomes almost irrelevant because all terrain is essentially going to be frozen from the valleys and the glens upwards throughout the week as a whole. Just some coastal fringes may be seeing some partial thawing up to around 300 or 400 metres or so, but essentially as we go forwards over a few days, this freezing level stays very, very low, and any precipitation that falls will be of snow to the lowest of elevations. The forecast for snow on the ground looks like this in the days ahead, and there's plenty of coverage across the Scottish mountains, not too much at lower elevations in most areas. An icy dusting across northern England and even the tops in Wales, with some snow patches just to be aware of locally, some frost and ice pretty extensive across higher terrain. Heading onwards though, watch how the map starts to fill in across northern Scotland through Sunday. That's as some snow showers coming in from the north. That will continue more extensively into Monday as well, and that will fill in increasingly as various bits of fronts and troughs come down in that north to northwesterly airstream, and snowfalls are pretty extensive. North and northwestern parts of the Highlands seeing the greatest amounts, but that will fill in widely. North Wales too, with those showers coming down from the Irish Sea, will start to fill in across the mountains here, and into northwest England very likely as well as the week goes on. Notice how even this model chart picking up on something in the south of England, still watching what's going on in many of the forecasts across the south here. There's the potential for a snowfall in southern England for a time. Broadly though, in the middle and latter part of the week, the mountains will be extensively snow covered with some substantial depths most likely across the Highlands, especially in more north and northwestern parts. The cold northerly pattern will very much develop through Sunday, with the air temperature across the Munros down to -4 to -6 in northern areas as the day goes on, and those temperatures will just continue to drop as we head onwards into Sunday evening and night across the mountains. Snow showers becoming more persistent in northern parts of the Highlands as well, some showers into North Wales banding together running down the Irish Sea. Air temperatures on the tops then as we go into Monday, looking to be around -7 at 900 metres, but on the highest summits in the Highlands could well be below -10 on Ben Nevis summit and the higher Cairngorms, for example, with a northerly wind that's around 25 to even 40 miles per hour across the higher tops, especially in the northeastern parts of the Highlands. That could give a chill factor down below -20, if not -25. So extreme conditions over the higher mountains, about as cold as you could get in a Scottish winter. As we go through into Tuesday here, this is an area of low pressure we're just watching moving in from the northwest, and that gives the potential for some snowfalls extensively. That just needs watching for detail. Temperatures may be a shade higher by this stage, still widely below freezing, but just lifting for a time. But those temperatures on the mountains of being -10 or below as air temperatures are likely to still be around at times into the middle of the week and beyond, as northerly air streams do dominate. A centre of low pressure running across the English Channel gives that potential for those snowfalls in the south of England. looks as though that generally avoids the mountain areas, but there's still potential plenty of showers of snow coming in from the north. Some hail mixed in with these at times as well throughout the week. So a very wintry picture, and these northerly air streams look to continue through Thursday onwards into Friday as well, maybe eventually towards next weekend. Just the signs of pressure building a bit from the southwest, and that might just start to see a change develop as Atlantic west or southwesterlies try and redevelop around next weekend or beyond. As well as very low temperatures over the mountains, the valleys and the glens will see some very low values as well, staying near or below freezing point throughout most of the daytimes during the week ahead. And overnight temperatures significantly cold as well. This is just an example for Thursday of the week ahead. Widely and commonly we'll see temperatures down to -5 towards -10 in many valleys and glens, even across England and Wales as the week goes on. But this chart suggests that -15 is possible across the Highlands, and if that's on a model chart, there's a high potential that that could go even lower across some Scottish glens. Under optimum conditions with light winds and clear skies, would not be out of the question to threaten a -20. Plenty of excitement then in the next week or so. It could be that things change a little bit in the final third of January. This chart treated cautiously at this stage. It does see lower pressure to the northwest. Now that would be quite a swap around of temperatures in terms of some milder air trying to get back in. We'll watch that development carefully at this stage. Many indications though further onwards suggest that high pressure is back on the scene near to the British Isles, and that would build a drier and settled pattern again with the scope for some inversions and temperatures staying near to freezing point over the mountains, with snowpack consolidated then, as long as not too much has thawed in the meantime. So plenty of chances, I think, for some settled wintry conditions onwards into February. Many suggestions see that high centred to the northwest with time, which again would maintain a fairly chilly but quiet weather pattern. Do be prepared for harsh winter conditions then over the mountains during this week. All your local details as usual can be found on our website. For today, that is your winter planner. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.